Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of PhDyer. It's been an extremely stressful week, so thanks for hanging in there with me while I took the weekend and took some time. So I'm sorry this is a little bit late, but better late than never, right? Pop-Up has gotten quite violent. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, that's just the truth. He was fine in the last weeks, like since we've had him. He was cooperative, ate real well, and I was able to get him to the bathroom. And then suddenly he took a fall out of the bed, trying to get up to go to the bathroom on his own, and then the walking kind of went. And so the few days after the walking became an issue and he got bed bound, we ended up having to move him to a hospital bed with rails. And basically he can't get up and go to the bathroom, so it's pretty self-explanatory. He has to go to the bathroom while he was in the bed, and it became to the point where he was actually violently trying to get out of the bed. And me and my dad pretty much spent most nights and most days trying to sedate him or to hold him down while we tried to, clean him up and get him ready for his day or whatever. But it got to the point where it's too dangerous to keep trying to force someone to stay in bed, and I don't think he could be reasoned with. He's just not in the right mind because of the tumor. He didn't even know who we were at some points, and then he would, and then he wouldn't, and then he didn't even know what house he was in. So hospice ended up coming the one day we called her in for an emergency on Saturday because he was so out of his mind. Hospice gave every single medication to him. She said she's only ever seen it once before, and nothing would put him out. I mean, he had more medicine in him than it had to have been like close to an overdose that the woman was giving him, and he wasn't at all calming down. So she ended up having to call the paramedics to come take him to the hospital, and then they said they tried to sedate him, but since then, and it's weird because you don't really get updates because of COVID and you can't go visit, but we've heard from like 3 different nurses. One nurse says he's fine one day, and then another nurse said he pulled out an IV and that he's still agitated and that he's had a few other problems. And then the hospice nurse told us she didn't think it'd be more than a couple of days before he passed, given how badly he was acting. So we're not sure really the prognosis, and we're not sure what's going on within the hospital because we're not getting the right information. So we're waiting to hear more, but I don't know how reliable one opinion is to the other because we're talking to so many different nurses and they all say something completely different, and we can't even go see them. So it's just been really exhausting and upsetting, to watch somebody lose their ability to walk and get to the bathroom and their dignity. It's just awful. So and we've exhausted ourselves trying to keep someone in the bed that does not want to be there. So I mean, we all feel really guilty that he had to be sent to the hospital, but we feel guilty that we're relieved, like we couldn't do it anymore. So they're actually trying to send him back to the house, and my dad's got one arm. John applied for jobs, so with my dad's other arm broken, and then we could get a job at any moment and have to get up and move away, and I can't leave Pop-Up here with my mom's disabled and my dad's now partially disabled because of his arm. There's nobody to do the changing and the feeding and all that if I'm not here. So we're trying to get them to figure out if there's somewhere else for him to go before Medicaid comes through, and then he can be put in a facility if we need it to be. I mean, it's sad, but we're just not equipped. Like, he'll get injured, even more so than he already has. Like, he's fallen like 3 times here. It's just a fact of life that you can't physically be awake 24/7 and watch an individual during the night so that they don't get out of bed. And the medicines they gave us are not sedating him enough to keep him out. No matter how many times I dosed him, every 4 hours I had him going. You can't keep him out long enough sleeping for you to be able to get some rest and then finally get back up again to watch him to make sure he doesn't fall out of the bed or try to get out of the bed and fall again. So because he apparently thinks he can walk, but there's just no muscle mass left. And the walking is not going to happen. But she can't explain that because he has no idea what you're saying. So, so Pop-Up's been in the hospital for what, 2 days now? Yeah, 2 days. So thank you for understanding and for giving me a little extra time to get the vlog out to you. I should have the making update to you also. So you'll kind of get 2 videos and 2 making updates in this week. And with those 2 days, I actually got a whole lot of knitting and dyeing done. I had an influx of like a ton of orders. I mean, and you'd think during this stressful time like that wouldn't be a good thing, but I'm so relieved and so excited to fill the orders. Even tired, like I love to do it. So I was just amazed. Every day I was ka-chinging on Etsy. We were like screaming. It was so exciting. And we were almost sold out for our Halloween advents. And I have a little over half of the winter advents sold for the one I'm collaborating with for Samantha. The woolen winter one. And then I think I have about 6 or 7 left for my personal winter advent. So I have started to make minis. So a lot of mini making, a lot of 20 grams and 10 grams. I have like a ton of like mini balls over there and skeins building up. I need quite a few hundred to go. So I'll probably be daily, like making probably 20 to 30 of those daily. So that'll be quite an undertaking. But I've ordered all the goodies, like all the extra stuff for the Halloween advents. I'm not going to tell you what they are because those of you that have ordered, I think you're going to be really excited. But there are some really good extras in there. So me and Mommy are really excited about it. We're making you some really cool stuff. So all that stuff was ordered. We'll have that going. She's going to start on her shawl bags. We got the most adorable pattern for the shawl bags. Super excited for that. And I've been working on planning out the Halloween colorways that are going to, or the witchy colorways that are going to go into the advent. So really excited about that. And we got a lot of that done. My orders, so some of them are actually sitting right here. I got a ton of orders for Aura. I actually sold out of this colorway this week and restocked it this past Friday. So that's this pink and orangey kind of colorway. Love this one. Yeah, it's got purples in there too. Speckled. So this is like one of my favorites right now. And actually got some orders for floral keepsake. Ever since we knitted this up in a shawl, it's really blown up. People are really taking a liking to it once they saw the speckles knit up. So a lot of floral keepsake. Got some morning light and Brew Haha, of course. This has always been a popular one. And the Echeverria colorway. So a lot of different orders. Oh, and of course Sky Rat. Everybody loves Sky Rat. So this is only half of them. I'm actually dyeing up the other half tonight. And then those are going to go out on, everybody's is going to go out on Wednesday, I think. And some of these that I'm dyeing tonight go with the knit kits that got ordered. There was a mermaid kit and a Nitty Kitty knit kit, that sock kit that somebody had ordered. So those are going to go with that as well. So Cute Bags by Aggie's Bags. And so I finished up, oh, obviously you see my large finished object behind me. It's my first finished object in like a long time, so I'm really excited about it. This is that Birds of a Feather shawl that I was working on. I don't know if anybody else participated because I keep commenting on Ravelry, but nobody answered. All the people were like gung-ho to start the make-along, and then I finished on I think 2 days after the date actually. But I finished really close to the date, and I posted to see if anybody else had one of their shawls done for the Woolen Women shawl knit-along. And I wanted them to post a picture so that they could win something, but I never heard back from anybody. So I'm still kind of waiting to see if people will post. But this is what that shawl was. It is a finished object for that shawl knit-along. It hasn't been blocked yet, and I still have to tie in my ends. But this is by, so the lace portions and the border on the end here is the Moonstone Dyeworks colorway. And the yellow and the blues are Sweet Sparrow colorways. So I finished this up. Really happy with it. It's huge, and I'm really excited about that because I love huge shawls. Still got my little sky rat on there. Yeah, it's a schlanket. So I'm really happy about that. I think it's going to even grow more when I block it, so that'll be exciting. And I'll show you guys what that looks like after I block it, but I just wanted to give you a sneak peek because I'm super excited that I finally finished something. I haven't finished something since that Summer Lovin' shirt that I made with the pink in it. So it's been quite a few months since I finished anything. There are a few mistakes that really eat at my soul on this, but but I'm still considered a new knitter. I've only been knitting since February? I mean, I didn't really knit before that. I dabbled, but I didn't really knit. So there's some places where I dropped a stitch and then I tried to pull it back up, and you can see that I pulled it back up the wrong way because on a knit side it looks like a pearl or something weird like that, like this spot right here. And then I actually have a dropped stitch that I found after I was finished the shawl, so that's like there. It's just hanging out. I have to, Mommy's gonna tie that one in for me because I can't live with that. Yeah, besides that, it's not too bad. Oh wait, here's another one that looks like a pearl and it's supposed to be a knit. So when it's around my neck, no one will know. But it does eat away at my soul just a little bit. So I'm gonna do another shawl because now I feel like I need to do all the shawls because I'm really excited about them. Except I'm obsessed with, oh, we're unfocused. Hold on. So I'm gonna do another shawl called the Veeder shawl, and I'm obsessed with Aura right now. So I'm doing Aura with Mystique for the Veeder shawl. And I'm really excited about that because this actually has that purple in it. So these two go really well together. Oh yeah, a hat. That would be nice. My mom's saying she wants to make it a hat. This would be good held together, made a hat with a pom-pom.
Yeah.
Epic. So, and this one has a whole lot of purple in it. See the purple on the top there?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm really excited about this, and it's a smaller shawl than this one. Well, actually, I think it ends up bigger because it uses a size 8 needle. So we'll see. But I'm even more excited because look, the needles match my yarn selection. When does that happen? Never. So look, it's pink, and then look at the orange cord. Oh, I love that. So, oh.
The dog.
Did you hear my dog? The dog is nuts. He's annoyed apparently that we're filming. So this will be the Veeder shawl, and I'm going to, oh yeah, it's raining out here. You know, they say raining cats and dogs. The raindrops are actually the size of cats and dogs, so it's pouring.
If it hits you in the head, you'd probably be damaged.
I know. So I have some other colorways that I toyed around with for that Veeder shawl that I wasn't sure if I was going to use, and that was this Floral Keepsake and Virtue. Kind of wanted to mix these. This was before I had come up with Aura and Mystique. And then I also came up with this combination. Kiss Me in the Dark, Concrete Jungle, and Virtue in the mohair base. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but they need to be sweaters, shawls. I feel like I need to cast on 3 shawls all in these different colorways, but my wrist is not allowing it, so I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, and I also ordered something from My Michelle Knits, and I ordered this, I think it was her Peaches and Cream colorway, but it goes really well with my Orange Orchard skein. It's got that orange, the same orange that I kind of use is her Peaches and Cream, so I may mix something with that. But she's not shipping out right now due to some kind of COVID complications with shipping, so we're gonna wait a little while, and she said she'd get it to me in the coming weeks, so I'm gonna wait a little while for that, and I'll show you guys those together after I figure out when I'm gonna receive that. But I'm really excited to get that from her. And I have gotten a ton of dyeing done. Like I said, I did the orders, but aside from that, I have started all the prep for the fall colorways. So eventually I'm going to have a blowout summer sale. and I'm going to get rid of some of the colorways like Summer Lovin', some of the ones that are going to go out towards winter, Springtime Zen, those type of ones that aren't really going to be used in the winter. I'm going to get rid of those, have a blowout sale for those, and then add in my fall and Halloween colorways. But me and Samantha also collaborated on a few sock knit kits. So she's going to make progress keepers to match sock kits that I make that are going to come with 100-gram fingering weight, like 75-25 or 80-20 skeins, and then a 20-gram mini and a matching color for heels and toes. So this will kind of kick off the fall colorways. There'll be like an introduction to fall colorways before I release the true collection at probably mid to end of July, as soon as I can get them dyed up. So, so I'll give you a sneak peek, but it's only going to be a small sneak peek because you get the real sneak peek when Samantha finishes the charms and when I can put the minis with them. But I'll give you a sneak peek at the real, like, big ones I made. So you ready? That's it. That's all you're going to get. That's the sneak peek right there. So a little bit of the bulb. That's it. But I'm super excited about the one. It's really, like, dark. And our theme, if you don't know, is steampunk. So for those of you who don't know what steampunk might be, look it up. It's super cool. They have like this futuristic world type thing. It's like a lot of gears, iron, corsets for women. It's like the Victorian age. So we are making steampunk sock kits. So I can't wait to see what Samantha's charms are going to look like. But these two are two of the colorways that I'm doing. Like I said, stay tuned because you'll see. I'll send out a whole making update on those. For those of you that are at the top tier, you get like those behind the scenes, and you also get like the sneak peeks for the colorways that are going to come out, so you'll be the first to see them. So I'll do a whole photo shoot and you'll get to see the steampunk kits before they come out. Same thing with the fall kits and all that. You get to kind of, whether I show it on Instagram or something, you guys will be the first to see it. But I will try to make a post about it and about why I wanted to do it and how they came about. And maybe I'll get Samantha to film a little bit so she can show you the making of her charms that will match it. I got a ton of knitting done. So after pop-up got taken away, I took some time for the past 2 days to just knit and kind of relax to recover from no sleep and just from the stress of everything. And so I got a ton done yesterday, pretty much all of this, aside from a tiny bit of ribbing on the bottom, for my sheer VT. So I ended up knitting, I finished the ribbing, and then I've started doing the body increases, and that's where I'm at now with that. And this is in that mother of pearl colorway. And the more I knit it, I just really love it. My only issues are, and I had this issue with the ribbing last time that I showed you guys on the making update, it has to be tension because it looks different on the ribbing. You see how down here it's like straight and then it's a little twisted and then it's straight. Something's just strange about it, and I don't know if it's going to block out or not. But it must be something I'm doing as a knitter. Like when I put it down and then pick it back up again, I must be like messing something up where my tension is different from one time I sit and knit to another. So my mom suggested watching some videos on tension. And I'm going to see if I can figure out what I'm doing wrong, because it has to be tension. At first I thought it was like, well, maybe I'm doing a twisted rib and I forgot it was a normal rib or something. But no, I definitely know I did the pattern right, so something's strange. But I'm loving the colorway. Actually, I feel like it became more vibrant after I knitted quite a bit of it. Like before, I feel like it looked much whiter. But the more you knit, you get more of those seashell, mother of pearl kind of colors coming out with the pinks and the grays and the blues. And I'm really loving it. It's going to make a beautiful sweater. I can't wait to see what it looks like in mohair for the sheer V. So, working on that. And I've gotten a few more rows done on my half moon tee. So I'll show you that. So, and I'm going to switch this over because this cord is a bit small for when I started my yoke. But can see, I'm starting another set of the pattern up here. So I finished these couple rows in here. Really loving the Northern Lights colorway. I think this is going to be bright and vibrant, and I think it's going to be really cool to wear in the winter time. I think even though they can be taken as like really summery colors, to me it truly reminds me of like the Northern Lights, and that reminds me of Iceland, like snow. And so I think this is going to be perfect for wearing in like the winter with maybe like a fluffy hat or you know, a bulky sweater over top. So I'm excited about this one. It's taken me a little bit to knit that. It goes fast when I pick it up. I guess I just haven't had time. I've only been knitting for the 2 days, and then this was like my main priority for a while, and I really enjoyed this knit. This was a nice knit. Just my wrist took a real hit with all the gartering. I actually like knit so fast that the flicking of my wrist eventually gets me, and I have to take breaks. So that wasn't great. Alright, so I've gotten a lot of cross stitching done. I guess a lot in my sense of a lot, since I cross stitch like a snail.
Those women are ridiculous. I don't know how they do that.
I know. It's like speed of light, and I'm like literally like a snail. Fun fact, you can actually lose needles and injure yourself. I literally was sitting on this couch with my blanket just watching a movie, and I noticed earlier on like I had lost my needle to one of my projects. Yeah. But Samantha's been making needle minders, polymer clay needle minders, and I thought, oh, she borrowed a needle and was putting it on this. She must have forgot to put it back. That was not the case. I actually lost the needle, and it was like in my blanket, just gonna stab me to death. And I slept with it like that. I don't know. I actually must have like.
I know.
I didn't get stabbed or anything, but
the tips of my fingers are done.
But yeah, I lost a needle, so I have to be really careful because apparently when I got tired, I do some pretty scary stuff. So I found the lost needle, and it wasn't where I wanted it to be.
Look, I had some weird thing on my.
And she's injuring herself while you're cross stitching. She actually screams out and scares you. You're actually in danger of having a stroke or heart attack while you're cross stitching with her. I just don't know.
Like 4.
And she keeps unthreading the needle. I've never seen anybody have so much issues with it.
Right, and then sewing on the machine, making my bags and all.
Crazy.
All of a sudden,
For more cross stitching craziness, check out the Seashore Stitchers, who are now on the Woolen Women channel, aka Mia Mommy, and maybe Samantha, because she's starting cross stitching now too.
One.
She just ordered a huge
kitchen.
Embroidery. And the baby ordered one, so he's doing a moon and stars scheme. Maybe we'll have to get him on the podcast then.
I gotta make him a bag.
So we did our first episode of the Seashore Stitchers about a week or 2 ago, I think. Maybe like almost 2 weeks ago now. We were super excited because it got so much traffic, and then all of a sudden the video deleted. So I don't know if anybody else out there vlogs, but it is like it ruins your whole day because when you try to edit, nothing ever goes right. So I've remedied that issue because my laptop was like way too old and it didn't hold anything after my PhD. So I basically
up to our eyeballs. It don't matter.
Yeah, whatever. But it basically
John will fix it.
Filled the memory card writing my dissertation. And so I tried to wipe the laptop and start over, but like after I started vlogging, I hit like week 7 and the laptop couldn't take it anymore. It wouldn't hold all that video and allow you to do the editing that you needed to do because the memory card just wasn't capable of it. So I've since gotten a new laptop, and now vlogging is probably quite easier. But originally it wasn't, and the video deleted. So Seashore Stitchers was like up, it got like 43 views in a couple hours, and then a bunch of comments from like Stitch people who had some recommendations and some input, and then it deleted, and now we don't have all those comments. So I had to actually put the video back up there. I still haven't rewritten the description. You should have seen how long it took me to find all the names for all the projects. I'm gonna have to go on and do that again. So I apologize for that, but
that's all.
yeah.
The second one.
But our second one should be coming up soon.
Samantha, so
I don't know why the video deleted, so I can't prevent it in the future. I've never actually had that happen with any of the many videos I've put on YouTube.
Oh, and how about Baby? I want to be on our podcast.
Yeah, I was saying, I think we'll get the baby on there to show his little stitching project.
It's adorable.
Samantha has a huge kitchen one she ordered.
He's 6.
She ordered like one with rolling pins and like kitchen utensils.
Beautiful picture.
Yeah, and she started stitching that. So we're going to get everybody in on so instead of just the Woolen Women, we are now also the Seashore Stitchers. And each episode will be labeled. So, because it'll all be on the Woolen Women channel, we decided, and you'll be able to view it. And you guys helped us decide, along with our other Woolen Women viewers, who commented on whether or not we should keep it on the channel. And so we've decided, so that people don't have to go to like a separate channel, subscribe to that, and do all this craziness, that we're going to keep it on the Woolen Women channel. And then just label the episode, Seashore Stitchers, and whatever episode it is. So you can find all of that on the Woolen Women channel. But I'm still going to show you my cross stitching on here, because you're my patrons and you should see all. So I started, do I have a picture of this somewhere? Let's see. Oh, it is Jolly July. For anybody who doesn't stitch and doesn't know, Jolly July is like Christmas in July, where you stitch all your Christmassy. Some people do Christmas or wintry scenes in Jolly July. So this is the one I picked. Well, we both picked, actually. We're both doing the same one. It was just too cute. We could not find one that topped it because it has the 2 little sheep. Adorable. Is that a cardinal? I messed up a little bit on mine too, but I'm leaving it.
For some reason, my square isn't square. I mean, I'm not completing the pattern on the...
With the number, or you just made the wrong shape? We'll talk about that on the podcast. I must have done
something wrong because it's not meeting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Properly.
But so yeah, I started this little wintry scene. It's Farmhouse Christmas, Little Red Barn by Little House Needleworks. I think I might actually make it a pillow. It'll be a fairly small, cute little pillow, but I think I'd really like it as a pillow. And this is my progress. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, see how it's white? It doesn't come up that well on the camera, actually.
Yeah,
maybe if I fold it, let's see.
It's because it's white.
Let's see.
There's too many shadows.
There we go.
Turn that light on. Pumpkin above
you. I can see it now. So I've started doing that little border. That's all I've gotten done so far. But yeah, so I started the border and I'm bordering that out.
Yeah, my border didn't meet.
Yeah, that's strange. We'll have to look at that. So we're doing the same one, and Mommy made me the most adorable little thread minder type thing. She's making me these to go with like every project now.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
It's got little, I love how it's like a knitted one for my cross stitch, but it has a snap. And she's making them real little now, which I actually like better than my big one. I have a huge one that she made me that's like, yeah, it's too, but it's not for that project. So remember that Victorian house project?
Oh, that was huge, yeah.
I like the huge one of these because I have so many threads and so many color changes that it actually comes in handy.
If you finish that Victoria one, we're going to have to throw a party.
Yeah. But for the smaller projects like this is perfect.
Yeah.
I only have a thread or two with my little scissors and maybe my needle. And so she made me this little alpaca type one with the red on the inside and a little snap. So that's what this project.
We got it in a Christmas bag.
Yeah, that's been cute. So I'm really enjoying that one. Oh, I did get some done on my bee one, my summer one.
I know, I'm going to go back to that too.
Yeah, so I know it's Jolly July, so I've actually put down the summer projects until July is over, but just before July hit, I actually got some of it done.
Yeah. Make me able to see right. You won't have shadows.
There we go. So I'm putting down the summer ones, and I'm going to focus on Jolly July, and I'll show you one more Jolly July I have, but
leave it in the hoop.
But I got some of my summer smalls done just prior, like at the end of June, so I wanted to show you that. Remember these? I'm doing the little bees up top there.
Lizzie and Kate.
Yeah, it's a Lizzie and Kate pattern called Summer Smalls. And I'm doing the bees pillow right now. So I got my little bees carved out there. Aren't they cute? So that's my progress on that. And then, like I said, I put this down for a little while until Jolly July is over. And then I'll probably pick it back up again and finish it before the summer's out. Or at least that's what I hope to do. So, at least this one summer small if I can. There are all of the other ones to do, but with how slow I stitch, I don't know how... I don't know that I'll be able to finish all 4, but we'll see. For Jolly July, I've also got, and this project will carry on for every season, it's that Hawks Run, a year at Hawks Run sampler. See if I can find the name. Oh, here we go. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the sampler, and I am working on just July.
Are you kidding me?
And it's not Jolly July, but it's a July scene, so I thought that was interesting. If I get done this square during July, I might actually pick a wintry one to do just because it's Jolly July, but I probably won't. This is they're pretty big squares. I mean, they look small, but they're huge. So I'll show you what they look like. I've actually carved out quite a few of the border for the squares. And then I started on the fireworks. So if you can see, I'll show you where, so these squares are this large. See that square carved out there? And so I went 3 down because that would be July. And I've gotten a firework finished so far. Isn't it cute? These go all across the top. Then it's got this little boat scene and it has July written in there somewhere. So that's what I'm working on now. Should have a lot of the fireworks done. Hopefully by the end of this week. The fireworks are quick. I have to use these pins until... So I ordered a laptop desk. I mean, a stitching desk off of Etsy, but it's coming from Russia. From this really nice lady. I'll have to get you guys her name, but because of COVID, I think it's taking like twice as long to get here. So, it's already been a month, and I'm just still waiting. But until it gets here, I kind of have to pin that because it's so much fabric. But look how cute this is. She made me another little thread minder. Is that what we're calling them? Thread minders? It's kind of what they are, aren't they?
Needle thread binder.
Yeah. And it's like a 4th of July.
Needle through.
Yeah.
Hold it.
It's like a 4th of July one. I already have some stuff in here, so it's kind of hard to show you flat, but it's got this rusty red orange kind of color on the inside. And a blue snap. Look how cute that is. So I put that with my little July project.
Can't do it with anyone else.
And I got that going. So those are my projects for July. I'm going to cast on that Veter shawl and get that done and show you guys. I gave you an update on pop-up and told you about some of the dyeing I'm doing. I'm actually going to head over there in a few minutes to do that. We had 4th of July. We barbecued. And we had some family over. So we've had some family kind of come here for some visits for the summer. Not like a whole lot of family, like 2 people. And they hung out a little bit. We invited them over for 4th of July because they had already been here. So we had chicken wings and barbecue chicken wings, ribs. We had some salad, and it was a really nice time. So we got to have a little bit of fun on 4th of July. She mostly came here to help us with pop-up, and so we had a nice dinner with her, which was a nice reprieve from all the craziness.
Yeah.
What else did we do? I said we had a lot of mini making, so I'm going to continue the mini making. Show you how many minis I get done and keep you updated on that. It's exciting coming around to the Advent time. We only have a couple months left for the Halloween one, so that's exciting. I'll show you. I think you saw this on Instagram, but here's the new laptop. So cute. It has my logo on it, the Woolen Women Fibers, and it has all the different pictures of a lot of my colorways on there. I'm loving that. if you open it up, I'll show you the inside. Let's see if we can. So on the inside, it has a blow up of my actual fiber on there. Isn't that cool?
Like it.
So I'm loving that. And it's going to help me a whole lot because the other one just wouldn't do the video editing. I mean, what I went through every week to try to edit a video was insane. It just did not have the capabilities. So this is an actual like gaming type video editing laptop. It will do all the things. So I'm really excited about that. I got a laptop desk with, of course, a mouse pad that says you are amazing. Because why not? And I got a cute little pink mouse. I spent some money I probably shouldn't have, but I really want to take this serious and I want it to grow. And so I really needed the laptop to do that and to make sure I do it properly. Because now we have the Woolen Women podcast, the Seashore Stitchers, I have this PhDyer, I do behind the scenes videos. All I do is film. Like, I need something that will be able to do it. So it was a good investment, I think. And it will help. And John's got involved now. He does some of the, so I couldn't do the salad spinner with my wrist as bad as it was. He came over and helped me do some of the drying for the skeins. And now he's doing all the books for the business. So we've grown quite a bit, even in this short amount of time. He's doing all the inventory counts, projections for what I'm actually making, and kind of keeping an eye on the profit loss type of analysis and things like that. Like all the stuff he was good at when he ran his business, he's now doing for Woolen Women Fibers. So he's pretty excited about that. It gives him something to kind of be involved in. And of course he always looks at all my colorways. Tells me what she likes best. So yeah, we got a good thing going, and I'm really glad we have it at this time because he had his job interview. It went really well, and then they said they'd get back to us in 2 weeks, but then it was July 4th. He emailed them because they said to reach out if we hadn't heard by now, and the lady said that they just took a whole lot longer interviewing than they thought they would. And so they would probably be another 2 weeks before they had a decision on whether or not he made it to round 2. So we're still waiting. So for those of you out there, cross your fingers. We really want this one, and I'll keep you updated on what happens with that. And keep an eye out for the steampunk kits. I will also give you sneak peeks for all the Halloween and the fall colorways as well, and any charms that might go with that. So I hope everybody's had a good week making. I hope everything comes out beautiful. I'd love to see some of your projects. If anybody has any they want to share, please. I tried to do a meet the maker type thing where we do a patron shout out. So if anybody has anything they want to share, you know, offer it up and I will do a patron shout out on the on my Instagram or on Patreon itself. Okay. Have a happy week making. I will see you for a second time back here for the PhDyer vlog this upcoming weekend. So, happy making. Bye. It's 4th of July and the little pumpkins are out here playing. Let them go. They're cute.
We're filming yous. Wave hello.
Little pumpkins.
I'm like, wave hello.
Where's our little pumpkin? Oh, he's over there.
He finds me reincarnated.
Wait, show my viewers. Look, my cat's nuts. Show them the picture. Look. Oh my god, he's so
Look at him.
Adorable.
He's just too cute. How is he staying on the poles?
He's scared daddy. I don't know, he balances. He's scared daddy. John's barbecuing. John, say hi.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
We're finishing up some of our knitting.
He's gonna get ticks. Like, what is he doing?
Oh, he's alright.
He was in a bush.
Yeah, he's fine. We'll give him a bath.
Don't point.
Yeah, we're finishing up our knitting. I'm working on my... Doug, stop. My dog actually wants to go out and play with him.
Cute.
But he runs away, so he can't.
Oh, is that their little granddaughter?
This looks really good in the camera.
Aww.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't she cute? I love her hair.
Oh, she's adorable. I didn't know she was
I am working on my half moon tee. And I think you're working on your second version of your Shelly top, right?
Yeah, Shelly summer top.
Did you frog the other one from Samantha?
Oh, I had to frog this twice. I kept messing up with all the trouble, you know, with my papa, with my father-in-law.
Well, it's feather and fan, right?
Yeah, and I somehow mixed up and I knew I was mixing them up somehow, the rows. And I have this one done.
Over, right?
This is the other half I did a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, so you're almost
Oh,
done.
yeah,
then.
I'm almost done.
And mine came out gorgeous. I wear that all the time.
I'm hoping to put one on the needle for me. I have like 3 skeins
You
left.
should.
So I'm hoping.
It's great
I don't
to wear
know
over things. You can
if
make it
this
real
is going
long.
to make it. I might have to go into another skein.
No, you need a longer
But 2 and
one.
a half for me should be fine.
Right, but longer, right?
I don't know because I could wear a shirt under it.
Yeah,
Or
that's
get
true.
bit. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's buggy out here. What is that, lemongrass again?
Look, I'm like, woo!
So lemongrass is supposed to keep the bugs off
Lemongrass. I
us.
got lemongrass essential oils.
Well, we're trying
I
anyway.
put it on me though, and then I skeeved. I had to go get it off.
She doesn't like the smell. I like the smell.
It smells like bug spray.
Well, good. It's supposed to repel bugs, so
know,
I'm
that's-
happy about that.
Throw it in my hair. I'm getting eaten.
I finished my Birds of a Feather shawl. You guys kind of saw a little bit of it. I'll put it in the making update so you can see the whole thing, but I was tying in some ends. There's like 50 of them to do. But it came out gigantic. It's probably going to grow like probably twice the size of this, honestly.
Why is it not right?
Uh-oh.
I'm not Pearl. What am I
So-
doing?
It came out really gorgeous. And I think I'm going to cast on that
And it's so simple that
Veeder
I can
shawl that I... Hey! You get back
You
in
do.
here. My dog's running away. Hold on.
Yeah, bad dog.
He actually pushed it open with his nose.
I think I was pulling and then just started to
He plays
knit.
them. He's really loud.
Like, am I crazy?
Got it back. Look at him.
That's an easy.
You want to go out and play. You.
He really does.
But you run after bunnies and you run
Oh, I
away.
forgot to tell you, the day before yesterday.
And
that
skin your paws like
Yeah.
a crazy
happened. I got him
person.
running. He's like, have you seen my dog? I said,
Yeah.
well, what kind of dog? He's like, he was chasing a bunny.
You lost the dog?
Not us, another guy did.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
chasing bunnies.
You? You?
Catch them.
Hi, you. He chased a rabbit and literally skinned
Took off.
all his paws. Like all the pads were actually bleeding.
Yeah, and if the rabbit had went off into the
Into the street, it would have been
into
a
the
problem.
street, it would have been a problem. They both would have been killed. Dudu and the rabbit. Smart rabbit to get around that corner.
For all of you who don't know, I call my dog Doo-Doo because I'm
Yeah,
nuts.
Sorry.
His name's Doug, but he'll forever be Doo-Doo.
You spell it like from up.
Yeah, D-U-G.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that now.
Me too. So he became D-U-D-U and he was Doo-Doo, but it sounds
Yeah.
totally wrong.
It's
but
just a
we just
nickname,
went
but
with
his
it.
name's Doug. D-U-G.
Hi,
Your name's
you.
Doug. Yes. And he loves his mama.
Yeah, they did that a long time ago. So that's good.
Dance party. Yeah. Go ahead, copy my mom. Goes. Here she comes. Look at his dance moves.